Who's your favorite player? I know you got this salted away for your pat answer for all time, but we're not going to go there quite yet. Who's your favorite player on this team?
Ooh, and you can't say Travis Hunter. Oh, sorry.
I mean, he was phenomenal. He's a phenomenal.
Yeah, he looked good in garnet and gold. That's messed up.
He probably wore it more than anybody else that's never played for the team.
That was incredibly messed up.
The most pictures shown and shared across. Yes, absolutely.
Logan, it's still that one still hurts a little bit.
I know that one definitely hurt. I'm sure now. Make sure you hit the like button.
Absolutely, 100%. Probably. Once again, I'm going to get an eye roll from you, Mark. There's a decent chance we get an eye roll from you.
Ooh.
It's your favorite player. How can I have an eye roll?
I would probably say Jordan. Not just because of the quarterback position, not just because he's a South Florida guy, but because of seeing the growth that he has done. The growth of what we saw from 2020 to 2021. The fact that he single-handedly is the reason that we won several of our games last season. And we've talked about the fact that if he had played in several of the games, we probably would have won those. I'm going to say probably Jordan Travis is my favorite one. Logan.
My favorite player going into the spring. Give me Jared Verse. Give me Jared Verse. I think he'll be pivotal. I think some people are, I don't know what it is, maybe watching too much NBA or something and haven't been looking and doing their homework. But some people are saying he's not a starter. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand why about every school in the country was avidly after him. And, between Tennessee, a lot of SEC schools ripping their hair, trying to figure out if he was actually going to pick them or not, and ended up picking Florida State. Jared Verse is going to be fun to watch, I think, this spring, just not only because he's still developing and he's a young player, which is crazy to think. I'm feeling like this is like Jermaine Johnson coming in, but this is not a one-year guy. This is a guy that you get to watch for the next couple of seasons, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I think he's going to play a big-time part, not only just maybe helping some of the younger guys behind him, but the speed that Florida State needs at defensive end. They lose Jermaine Johnson. They lose Keir Thomas, whoever didn't also invite Keir Thomas to the NFL Combine, you need to be arrested immediately. I'm going to find you, and you're going to be arrested. Not only stripped away from your job, but you're going to be arrested. That was nonsense. But anyways, got to have Jared Verse for me on defense. Can we pick both sides?
Sure, go to it.
He said one player, and you would have to.
I want to give more. We've got another 13 minutes. It's spring football. These are like the best times to just make guesses and hope they stick.
I do one question before you give us your next player.
All right.
Another question. With Jared Verse, obviously, there's been a lot of the comparisons between what Jermaine Jackson did last season and whatnot. Or excuse me, Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson also came in from Georgia. Jermaine Johnson was used to big-time football. Is there any concern with you about Verse coming in from an Albany program, an FCS program, to the big spotlight of a Power 5 school? Do you have any concerns at all?
Yeah, I think that you bring up a good point there, Jason, because that's been maybe the question mark around Verse. There hasn't been a lot of them, but maybe the competition that he played against. But then again, the competition he was playing against really was just highlight tape every weekend. So I think there's definitely he's going to have to adjust. There's going to be way better talent in the ACC, left tackle, right tackle, wherever they're going to be putting him, of the competition that will be going after whichever left tackle, right tackle. So it will be a different. I don't think it'll be a different animal to him, because we also got to see him do the same thing against Syracuse this past season. And so he's got the tools and the shed, and there's still things that he's got to work on and develop. This isn't a Jermaine Johnson coming in, no. But is there high hopes for Verse? And there's a lot of expectations. Yes. Whenever we had him on the show, he knows that. He knows Jermaine Johnson and what he did in his 1 year. And now, it's crazy how much of an impact a one-year guy like Johnson did, to where now you're looking at Verse and you want that same thing from him and everything. It's not going to be that way. And it's hard to even do that too, because there's some question marks too on the other side of Verse. I think the defensive end spot is really a tandem kind of spot because you got to see a beautiful one, which we haven't seen in many, many years, Jason, of where you look to your right, you have Jermaine Johnson, you look to your left, and Keir Thomas, and someone's going to get a sack, someone's going to make pressure, someone's going to cause the pressure to get the sack. And we saw that all the time. Jermaine Johnson would lead the pressure, and you see Keir Thomas come in and take the kill. And, who's going to be on the other side of that? Is it Briggs? Is it going to be Derek McLendon? Is this going to be Krishawn Fuller's year to come in and jump in, who I thought looked solid whenever he adjusted and got his playing time this last season? And there's still some young jits behind him, but there's this defensive end group is going to be interesting. Oh, you giving defense now your favorite?
No, I'm following the rules that Mark Rogers, the voice of college football, set for us, but you are doing your own thing, so I'm letting you do your own thing. Okay. Go ahead, give us your
I'm sure that Jason noticed that Logan's favorite player has yet to take a snap at Florida State, so he's instantly become your favorite player. Not talking about the best player, your favorite player.
Well, now favorite now. If we're like favorites right now is Bishop Thomas. He's defensive lineman that is here, true freshman coming in. I don't know what it is about him, but during his interviews, he's just different. He's not a football player. I think he is a football player, but he's definitely more on the outside of just literally it's like about fashion, music. He was talking about rock and roll with a lot of the writers, which a lot of the FSU beat guys, maybe a little bit older than me, were definitely enjoying it. He was definitely a lot more. He's funny. And then also at the tour of duty, one of the players, I think Malcolm Ray, they were going through a drill where they're punching out the ball from behind him. And I think Malcolm Ray, if you're getting hit from behind, like that's definitely sucks, number one. But Malcolm Ray came in and hit Bishop from behind. He said, I can't say it on here, but it was pretty funny what he said. It was incredible, and was like looking at us like, God damn, why'd I come here? But Bishop Thomas,
Logan,
maybe
you
just
can let it fly. What?
It wasn't actually that bad. He said, what the hell, man? And it was just hilarious. It was funny coming from him because you kind of get that vibe. He's got the ear, he's got the nose ring. He's just kind of got a different vibe to him than maybe your regular kind of football player. So, and I thought he looked good too on Tuesday. So, but yeah, maybe just personality wise, Bishop Thomas all the way. And I think that entire team has kind of gotten like him too that way. But favorite offensive, like maybe a breakout guy on an offense, or like name an offensive lineman.
He doesn't follow the rules, Mark. You said best. He's like impact. He's just changing all this.
There's so many different kind of areas you could pick your favorite. You could pick like your breakout guy to be, or who's gonna be a second year guy.
Fine, I'll be Logan. I'll crip walk over the rules.
Wild West.
I think on the defense, I'm gonna say Jamie Robinson. I like him.
Jamie, okay.
I like the fact that him coming back. I like it. I think that's going to be a very good move for our secondary. I think that's going to helps out a secondary that we've had struggles with for the last few seasons.